Hello, welcome to Drawing with Bubbles. Today I'm drawing Belle from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. There are two reasons I drew this picture. The first one is because it was requested by Maggie Garbers, just like last week's video. And the other reason is that pretty soon this year, I hear there's going to be a new Beauty and the Beast that's like a live action one, just like what they did with Cinderella, starring Emma Watson. And so, Disney movie plus Emma Watson, it can only turn out well. So, in honor of the new Cinderella movie, I drew the live-action Cinderella, but for this one, I decided I wanted to do the cartoon one because I had, well, first of all, more good reference pictures, and second of all, I just really like to draw this dress. And one other reason is that you might remember from my 10-minute challenge, I drew Belle, and she was just standing there. Her hand was kind of just, like, out there. I don't know, but I was so rushed, and I was like, I gotta get it done, because 10 minutes, and I did not like the outcome of that picture, and so I just felt I had to redeem myself. So I put extra work into this picture, and it took almost exactly twice as long as it took me to draw V from last week's video, which I thought was kind of funny, but I'm actually very happy with how this one turned out. I shaded everything. It took a while, and it was a little bit, like, getting sick of it when I was doing the dress, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad I did it. So, right now, I'm just finishing up the line art. I decided to go all out with details on this, again, to redeem myself from the last picture. I even, like, added detail in the lace and stuff. I don't know what I was thinking. It kind of took a long time, but again, I think it's worth it, and so now I'm doing the coloring, which also, like I mentioned before, everything was shaded, and happy with it. I just want to put that out there. I mean, in a few weeks, I'm probably not going to be happy with it, but for now I am, so I'm going to enjoy it. Some of the things I could use a paint bucket tool, some of the things I couldn't, but it's because what I was doing, so I would color one thing, and then I would shade that, and then change the color of the line art. But the paint bucket tool doesn't fill in something with colored line art. I think you have to be, like, really close to black for it to pick that up, so that was kind of annoying, but oh well. And now I am doing the yellow dress, which is a lot of just repetitive shading, so I might as well explain how I do my shading. So I use my brush that's pressure sensitive on size and opacity, and I go to like a 30%, 37, I think I was on for most of the time, percent opacity. And so I draw in some shading with that, and then I like select other colors and then just like smooth it out. And then after that, I go in with a very dark color, still on the low opacity, and just add some more contrast. Otherwise, it's just like the shading kind of just fades away if you don't add that contrast in at the end. And I just recently started using this method. Like, if you go back to my first video, Cinderella, you can see, like, I smooth it out, but then I don't add more contrast. So, like, some of the parts where I shaded, I shouldn't have even bothered because you don't see it. But oh well, I figured out what to do now. Now I'm coloring in the lace, which I have to do manually around all those ovals, because like I said, coloring the line art makes it so the paint bucket tool is not cooperative. Now I'm adding a little bit of shading to that, changing the line art color. This part wasn't very interesting, I mean, but the thing that kept me going with all this repetitive stuff was just listening to music, because that always, like, makes me, what am I saying? If I don't have music on, then I can get bored of the piece and rush things and maybe just, like, skip a step because all my focus is on the drawing. But if I have music playing, if I'm at this just repetitive part, then I can just, like, kind of zone out and listen to the music while I'm doing it. It seems to go way faster and I get it done, so I'd recommend that if you want to take your time on something. So right now I'm finishing up the shading on the hair and adding some loose strands in. You could see earlier that I rotated the picture because when I was almost done with the whole thing, I realized it's probably way off balance. So my recommendation is that you should probably rotate your image while you're sketching, but, you know, I didn't, so don't listen to me. Oh well. Here's the finished illustration. Remember to rate, comment your suggestions down below, and subscribe. Bye!